I've been playing Minecraft for well over a decade now. It was actually the first video game I've ever played. Over the years I've built in almost every biome you can think of, but somehow I never built anything in the end. So I figured it was finally time to change that. And let's just say it turned out way better than I could ever imagine. So before we start with anything, last episode I asked for name suggestions for this sweet pink sheep, and I came across a really nice suggestion from @1mastravag to name it Roseus, which basically means pink in Latin, but I think it's just a great name. There you go, your name is Roses from now on. Isn't she cute? I love her. Okay, first things first, we need to beat the Ender Dragon. Mainly because we need access to the end for the build, but also getting an Elytra will be very useful for us. But before we can take on the Ender Dragon, we first need to fight the Nether Fortress, which we somehow still didn't manage to do. So let's see how long this is going to take. Of course I'm not passing up any quartz along the way. I don't really have many options where to go from here, so I'll guess we just dig through this wall and hope we run into something. Looks like we finally found a warped forest and there's a bastion right next to it. Honestly, I think bastions are the worst structures in the game. Those piglin brutes are just way too dangerous. I'm going to play this as safe as I can, but there's no way I'm skipping the side quest. Alright, we made it to the bottom. Now let's grab all the gold and maybe we can loot the main chest down there. Somehow we managed to dig a tunnel that led us straight to the center island. While I was trying to make it as safe as possible, I somehow even made it worse by misleading the lava so hard that I almost got drowned in the lava. That was not really that good of an idea. Yeah, getting here was an absolute nightmare, but at least we can take all the gold blocks now. I'm really hoping there's a netherite upgrade template in this chest, because I'd rather never set a foot in another bastion again. Oh, nice, we got one. Okay, side quest done. Now we can focus back on the main mission to find a fortress. Still no sign of a fortress, so I guess it's back to digging and hoping for the best. Let's try a different direction. This time I'm going to dig right next to the staircase leading up to the nether roof. Alright, maybe third time's the charm. There we go, I can see a blaze, which means we finally found the fortress. Alright, all we need now are a few blaze rods, and since we've already got loading 3, this shouldn't take too long. Since the gameplay isn't all that exciting right now, I wanted to take a moment to talk to you guys. If you've watched my previous videos, you probably know that I really wanted to improve the quality of my content. And honestly, now that I'm editing this episode, I generally feel like I've made a big step forward. So if you're new here or you're enjoying this video so far, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed. As you've probably noticed, this channel is still very small and I'm excited to see where this journey goes. I also want to say a huge thank you to everyone who watched and commented on the first episode. Every single comment, and I really mean that, meant a lot to me and gave me so much motivation to make this episode even better. So thanks a lot, I truly appreciate it. Now let's get all the blaze rods we need. Alright, I'll speed things up a bit until we've got everything we need. We have finally found the spawner. Okay, 14 blaze rods should be more than enough to take on the Ender Dragon. All that's left now is getting ready for the Ender Dragon fight. We will grab a little bit more quartz on the way home so we can get a few more levels and finish enchanting our gear. We will also trade the rest of our gold for the last few Ender pearls we'll need. After that, it's finally time to throw our very first Eye of Ender. Now we've got everything we need. All that's left now is getting myself ready for the fight. I always craft a little bit of rockets beforehand so I can explore the outer end as soon as I get my first Elytra. Also, I want to brew a few potions and maybe get a decent bow before we head in. So let's get everything ready. These are the last few potions we needed. Everything's ready now. We've got rockets, a good bow, arrows, potions, and of course, the Eyes of Ender. Let's see how far the stronghold decides to make us travel. I'm not sleeping since I don't want to reset my spawn point. Let's hope the mobs don't make this trip any more annoying than it has to be. Oh, it's already turning back, which means we already passed the stronghold. Now all we gotta do is find it. You've got to be kidding me. We actually ran into a trial chamber. I can already sense that finding a portal room will be a tough one this time. Just like every other time, I couldn't find the stronghold, so I decided to head back up and throw the Ender Pearl, the Eye of Ender, hoping it would give me a better spot to dig down. What is this world generation? Why is this path blocked? Strongholds have to be one of the buggiest structures in Minecraft. Time to beat the dragon. And the dragon fights are pretty boring, so let's just get it over with. I'm really hoping they will rework the end sooner or later. Let's look for an end city. We found one pretty quickly. I just need a few more pearls, so getting around here is a bit easier before we get an Elytra. That's a little too far to pearl, so we're doing it the old-fashioned way. We're gonna bridge over. Time to loot this end city. From here on out, it's just a grind. This is end city number 2. Number 3. So this is everything we ended up with. We got some really good armor pieces with mending, a bunch of other useful loot, and somehow we managed to find 4 Elytras in total. I think that will be enough for now. Let's head home now. First time flying around in our base. I also installed this barrel roll mod, and I have to admit it's pretty fun when flying with an Elytra. While I'm sorting all the items and loot, I can talk a little bit with you. All that's left now is the end build, the one I teased pretty heavily in the thumbnail. And once again, I'm going to need a ton of material, especially a lot of glass. I thought about building a sand duper, but it's only like 4,000 sand, and I'd honestly rather just gather it by hand. Before I can start gathering the materials and building though, there's just one more side quest I need to take care of, and it's getting a mending villager, just because I'm going to be flying around a lot for this next project, and I don't want to worry about my Elytra breaking every 5 minutes. So let's get this done. So let's craft ourselves a lectern so we can get that mending villager and head over to the nearby village. In case you didn't watch the first episode, for some reason all of the villagers ended up trapped in this little hole. And I decided to leave them there for the time being because honestly they are safer that way. And now we can close it completely off. Now all of you are mine. Don't worry, I'm not going to make you watch the entire process of getting a mending villager. Let's just skip ahead until we've got everything we need. There is one little moment from all the trading that I have to show you though. I almost died to a creeper. For some reason, this guy decided to sneak up on me while I was sorting through my chest. And yeah, that was way too close. Anyways, back to the villagers. There we go, we finally got mending. It took about 40 minutes, which is totally fine. We also managed to get unbreaking free along the way, so we're pretty much set for now. And with that, the Elytra is finally ready for action. From now on, I could probably spend ages showing you every single material I gathered for this build, but I'd rather just get straight to the point. This episode is already long enough, and I also would like to keep what's left of my sanity while editing this. So no more talking, just sit back and enjoy the build, because I think this one is going to be pretty awesome. This right here is everything we are going to need. And right here will be the build. Well, there it is. My first ever build in the end. When I first started designing this, it was actually supposed to be a giant tree, but I quickly realized it looked way more like a mushroom, so I just went with it. I fully committed to the idea and turned it into a giant mushroom, and even added some smaller ones around it to make the whole area feel a bit more complete. I also added a few stars around the build to make the whole scene feel a little more alive. And hidden inside the main mushroom is a fully working Enderman farm, which was actually the whole reason I started this project in the first place. Well, I don't really have much more to say other than a huge thank you for watching this episode all the way to the end. This project was honestly the most fun I've had in a Minecraft for a long time. And I really hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I enjoyed making it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.